What's poppin', pimpin'? It's your boy Scotty motherfucking Wilson back with another fabulous episode of Vlogging for My Sanity, and that TV is really loud. It's louder than I thought it was. And I don't have my microphone either. I was just listening to beats. You know what I'm saying, writing some music. As most of you already know, I am working on a project. I'm doing a lot of things around that project, though. First of all, I'm trying to beef up my skills because there's absolutely no way that I could be sitting around this long talking all of this shit that I've been talking about music and come out with some bullshit. So I'm really trying to make sure that I do everything that I know how to do as far as music is concerned. But anyway, that's really not why I started this video. I actually was thinking about, because I do this as often. This is probably why it's bad to be on social media in the wrong context. Because I still deal with like depression and insecurities and shit like that, right? So sometimes I'll look at other people on social media and be like, dang, you know, they so professional, they can do this and they can do that, and I don't know, it's just like, I don't, like, for me, when I see successful, like, especially successful black people, and it really don't even have to be in no cliche prestigious, you know what I'm saying? I don't like the cliche prestigious term, like, visions of it, even though, you know what I'm saying, I feel like everybody's important. But just looking at just like how people carry themselves sometimes, I just be like, man, where does the fuck does that leave me at? You feel me? It just makes me wonder, like, fuck, book is that? What book is that? Sudoku and something else. I forgot what the other book is. But anyway, this is bothering me. That's fucking bothering me. I don't know why my face keep breaking out. I usually be thinking it'd be stress, but that's crazy. Yeah, I be thinking it'd be stress, but I don't know. I don't fucking know. But anyway, to my point, I was just thinking about, you know, what I be talking about on these videos as far as like putting out stuff and then just trying to like build up my audience as well. You know, and I was just thinking about, like, I guess I can start making videos where I kind of talk about music shit and shit like that and just try to help people. But every time I do that, I be thinking to myself, like, who the fuck, first of all, I haven't made it to the capacity that I want to make it. So who the fuck am I to sit here and try to tell people what they should and shouldn't be doing with their music? That's one side of it. Another side of it, which is really pretty much the same side, is I don't like, for a long time, I've not liked talking to people about business and music, even though I have a passion to do it. That's why I continue to do it. But I don't really like doing it because, if I'm being honest, well, not honest, but humble about it, maybe because I have an expectation of how the information should be taken. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what my problem is. I be looking at people like, this is what you know what I'm saying? Because to me, the stuff that I be figuring out, like when I go learn something about something, it don't matter what it is, whether it's music or business or whatever the case may be, I would just be quick to want to tell somebody. And maybe that's bad, but I'd be quick. Maybe that is bad. I think that is bad. Because as a matter of fact, I be trying to be the friend that I need. But now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, maybe that's why I need to stop doing that. Because if I was, let's say I was the me that I want to be, which is usually who I am when I talk to people. It's so weird, but can't have the own fucking confidence for myself. So crazy. But if I was having a conversation with me and I was telling myself all of these same issues, right? I would say I would tell myself, I say that's a very negative way of looking at that. Because first of all, you've been doing music for a very long time. And I know that your reasoning behind it is a little bit different. It's just a little bit different. So I'm not going to sit here and try to judge you or allow you to judge yourself, for that matter, because that's what it pretty much sounds like you're doing. It sounds like you're trying to judge yourself and give you an excuse for why you feel bad about stuff, instead of doing more and doing better and stepping it up. Because I believe that you can do that. I believe that you have the potential and the capacity to step it up, but it's almost like you allowing these excuses to exist when truth be told, don't nobody even know that but you. Like, I be so, cause I be so worried about, like I said, I can't get on her. Usually when I talk to people about, you know what I'm saying, what they should and shouldn't be doing in their music career, whatever, it feels like a lot of people don't listen to me. That's what it feels like to me. I could be tripping, but it be feeling like motherfuckers don't listen to me. That's crazy. My hair look fucking nuts. Probably because my dreads are back. And I got all this extra ass hair. Which I could do something about it if my hair was done, but I don't give a fuck. Anywho. See, overthinking dumbass shit. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But yeah, I be thinking about that a lot. I be like, a lot of people really couldn't tell, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people would have a lot to say about, you know, what gives me the right to speak on certain shit, you know. And so sometimes that makes me a little bit hesitant to talk about shit, because I be like, right, I mean, I got a point. Who am I to fucking sit up here and tell you, you know what I'm saying, you shouldn't be doing this, or you shouldn't be rapping like this, or you should be doing this, or you should be doing that, especially if I don't have the accolades behind me to do it. The reason why it humbles me, but then at the same time it pisses me off, because even that sounds like an excuse. Oh, well, you don't have the accolades, you don't have the plaques, or you don't have the money, so you can't tell a nigga something that you read in a fucking book. Like, I be knowing, like, legislation shit behind music, like, and I still study more to this day as much as I possibly can. Like, I be understanding shit, so when I be saying shit, it ain't because it's just my opinion. I don't really be giving people my opinion, which is why I don't mind being corrected if I'm wrong about something. You just have to make it make sense. Just make it make sense. Be like, nah, that was wrong. You shouldn't say it there. Oh, okay. So what should I say then? You know, but other than that, I don't like that. And since we vlogging for my sanity, I don't want y'all to do that neither. Cause like I said, I was just thinking about that. Like, if I was my friend, I would tell myself not to do that. And sometimes you gotta be your own best friend. You feel me? Excuse me. But yeah. Yeah, that ain't good. That's so horrible. Oh, my dread fell out. It was thinning. I'm really bad at taking care of myself. I am. I know the stuff that I'll be supposed to be doing, but it just be difficult to keep up with, you know, with life and shit. And, you know, basic necessities, which it shouldn't be. It just, I done lived a lot of life, so shit has happened. You know, if y'all had caught me in my golden days, which you realize are just seasons, because there are a lot of ups and downs in life, so it's not really like a bad thing, you know. But at the same time, but at the same time, I be letting my downtimes get to me too much. Cause I was thinking about that too. Like, one of my biggest problems is that I'm not very confident in the stuff that I be saying. But the crazy part is I don't know why. Like, when I really think about it, the reason why, like, when I think about my insecurities and like why I be feeling the way I be feeling, that shit be, I don't know, maybe it's good that I got multiple voices in my head, because they be talking to each other. And I heard it just seems like one of the voices be louder than the others. But they still there. Cause why do you feel like that? I just don't know why you feel that way. Like, that's just, I just don't understand why you feel that way. Who texted me? Oh, this is the family group chat. He said that's what you get. My nieces be in the family group chat going crazy. That's funny as hell. Oh, okay. Yeah, my bad. Where the bro? This is making me mad every time I lean up. The ashtray over here. There we go. I'm just gonna say I got ashtrays all around this motherfucker. Shouldn't be a problem. You know? Yeah, there we go. But yeah, like I don't like that. Cause this is why I tell people they shouldn't be in their head a lot, because that shit can get dangerous. Cause I be doing that a lot. And sometimes I be needing like a friend like me. Which is probably real cliche to say. And it's kind of corny, but it's like, cause you know yourself better than the average person, so of course you would say some shit like that. But when I say that, I really mean in the aspect of like, I think everybody need like a cheerleader. Like everybody need somebody in their corner that's gonna tell them like, you know what I'm saying, that you can do it, you better than this, that, and the other. Now, the thing to that, even though I do believe that that's true, there is a nuance to that I think a lot of people are a little bit disingenuous about. You might need a different style of cheerleading than the next person. And I think if you're not specific about that, then, you know what I'm saying, then you kind of just leave a trail of bodies. Because you end up being hollow with people celebrating you in a certain way, and then when you get sick of them, you kind of over it. Which is very like, that's very mean. I don't know. I guess that sounds simpish, but I just don't. I don't know. I don't desire the need to leave a trail of bodies anymore, because for me, it's like, well, what exactly did I need to do that for? And I can't think of no reason that don't sound like some type of self-validation that I really genuinely don't need. I could probably find something better to do, more productive. I promise you I can find something more productive. But I get it. You know what I'm saying? Most people ain't like that. Shit, at one point I wasn't like that either. I was shit. I get it. I don't know. I don't know. I guess business conversations excite me more. You know what I'm saying? Like talking about how we finna get some money, like that's exciting to me. That's my aphrodisiac. Talking to me about some money. Which I guess that's real, like, capitalist of me, but I don't believe in capitalism either. I think well, I do, because I like the competitiveness of it, but I really wish we didn't live in a world that required that. The only reason why I like capitalism is because it works now, but there are other systems that probably would work too, but we've never even attempted to try, which is why it's, to me, a little bit disingenuous to say that you like capitalism, like, above everything else. You know, I like it, you know, because because I like being competitive, but I feel like I would still do that without the incentives, because I genuinely like being competitive. That's just like in me. So, my nigga 4-5 just hit me up. My bad, y'all. 4-5 just hit me up, so we probably gonna record today. Another episode of the County Kid Complex. Do y'all go watch that? Do y'all watch the County Kid Complex? That's my podcast that I started. I have been told for the longest time that I should start a podcast, which I always didn't like that, because I felt like, well, everybody tells people that. Like, everybody that start a podcast say the same shit. And people been telling me to start a podcast for hell, you know what I'm saying? They think, and then they get on there and say a bunch of dumbass shit. So I never wanted to be one of them people. So when people would tell me that, I'd be like, okay, well, set some shit up then, and I'll get on a podcast, or I'll get on somebody's podcast, or I'll get on some shit. And then, you know, I started going through my shit, and then I started vlogging For My Sanity, and I already had music on there and stuff like that, and I was just like, well, wait a minute. Why don't I just do this shit myself? And the vlogging For My Sanity kind of taught me that, bro, you can really just pick up your phone and build an audience. Like, it don't require as much as you think it do. you know, because people still fuck with me now right now, you know what I'm saying? Of course, because my views are pretty low, you know what I'm saying? You might be like, but even that, all right, even that, like, I know how this algorithm shit work. That's the fucked up part. I don't even like saying that no more. I don't even think I'm gonna keep saying that shit because my views are low now, but I know why. You know, I haven't put in enough work. So it don't mean shit to me. Like, I don't know. It just, I guess that's what confidence is. And because I never really had it, I didn't understand. Like, to me, it's just logical. It don't feel like a feeling. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, confidence is just like, okay, well, that makes sense. Like, when people be like, oh, confidence is just when preparation meets luck or something like that. I think that's the saying. To me, that makes logical sense. Like, well, if I'm prepared, then I'm not really lucky or I'm not really talented per se. I'm just very well prepared. And for me, it seems like all of our greatest athletes have pretty much said the same thing. They don't come out of nowhere and be like, you know what? I just picked up a basketball and every time I threw it in the air, it just miraculously kept going into the hoop. It was just a talent. It's just, the boy is just talented. And it was just like, every time they say that about somebody, I've always, because I'm like a natural contradictor, I just be trying to contradict everything. As a kid, that's just how I was. Which, not contradicting in a negative way, I just always wanted to know. I just always genuinely wanted to know about stuff. So, hey, wanted to know about some shit. I wanted to know about some shit. Had me thinking clear. I wanted to know about some shit. Know about some shit. Don't hold about the bitch. Hey, told up about the bitch. Now you crying and shit. And now you lying and shit. Nigga dying and shit. Nigga real flip flop. Like a handshake. Going to the tip top. Like a handbrake. Hey, that was kind of hard. I don't know, my brain fucking stupid. Like, I be doing weird shit. And that's why I don't know. I gotta stop doubting myself. If I can get into my, like, supreme confidence bag, my bad. I ain't mean to do that. My fault. But if I can get into my supreme confidence bag, which I believe is kind of what the vlogging for my sanity and just doing the content is really doing for me, honestly. It's really kind of developing the confidence that I need, because at first I used to give a fuck about not having the views, but now I don't really care about not having the views. So now the way I talk comes across a little bit different. And I've been noticing that the more I watch my videos, like when I go through all of my videos, I'll be like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? It kind of make me cringe sometimes. And now I'm like, damn, I talk like that. So now it's kind of putting a whole little different, you know what I'm saying? It put a whole little different spin on shit. And now I be like, man, you know what I'm saying? I be kind of consciously aware of, you know, what I look like and how I should be looking. You feel me? So, yeah. And I think there's nothing wrong with finding that in your own capacity, in your own way. Yeah. Yeah, I don't be judging folks. Like, when I talk shit, it be facts. Like, if I call you fat, it's because you're fat. Like, that's not an insult. You're like, actually, we're not supposed to say the F word. Ain't that what the girl said? She said we ain't supposed to say the F word. My bad. Well, if you big as hell, then I'm just saying you big as hell. Because why you mad at me? Because you know what? I realized that when I'm still pretty skinny, but when I was in high school, I was even skinnier. And when people made fun of me for being skinny, now thinking about it, like, again, like if I had a friend like me now, because I kind of try to do that. I try to, in my head, I try to be like who I needed as a kid. And if I knew me as a kid and a kid came to me and told me everything that I've been through, you know what I'm saying? Just little shit like that. I would just be like, bro, why do you care? And they not lying. So do something about it. Like, you don't like being skinny? Okay, eat more. Eat protein. You know what I'm saying? And of course, you know, kids have an excuse after an excuse after an excuse. Because I know I would have too. I'd have been like, oh, well, I don't eat. You know, I'd be like, well, why? See, that's the difference. See, me, I really am who I needed as a kid. Because as a kid, I felt like people got too annoyed too quick with me asking questions, so nobody ever really talked to me. So that's why now I seem so invasive with people, because I be like, why? Well, why? Well, what you do that for? Well, what that mean? For what? I don't know about that one. That don't make no sense. I don't know. I don't sound like, I don't know. But I don't know. I guess to me, I feel like a lot of people do that. Maybe just subconsciously and don't realize it. But you know. But yeah, that's what I was talking about. I was just thinking about that, like, you know, and I really kind of just wanted to just say that, like, who am I to tell myself that I can't talk about some shit that I've actually been through? Because I was thinking about another video I made. I think it's on this YouTube channel. It's in my short somewhere. But I made a video. I was just like, oh yeah, the Cam Newton video. I was talking about Cam Newton, and I was like, yeah, Cam Newton said you shouldn't talk about nothing that you don't have credentials in, like accolades in. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't really reached nothing, then you can't really talk about nothing. He was doing that off of a clip of Denzel Washington pretty much saying the same thing. And I was kind of being funny, but I was kind of being serious in my video. I was just like, yeah, I'm like, I agree. Because I was like, because I'm good at failing. And if I tell you not to do some shit, you probably shouldn't do that shit. Because I done did that shit. And it ain't good. Like, so if I tell you not to do some shit, don't do that shit. Like, as a person who's still trying to, you know what I'm saying, reach some level of success with everything that I do, I bet you I can tell you what not to do. I might not tell you what to do, but I can tell you what not to do. Yeah, don't do that dumbass shit. And not being confident in yourself is stupid as fuck. Because confidence comes from the willingness to fail and being comfortable with that, which is why all you need is confidence to succeed in the world. Because everybody else is scared of shit. Like, everybody's so scared to look stupid. Everybody's so scared to fail and have an issue and hear what the trolls gonna say and all that and the other. It's like, bro, who the fuck do you think you are? There are people who've achieved way more than you, and they get trolled. So you think you like above that for some odd reason? Because that's the only thing that I'm hearing stopping you from doing what you're doing. So what are we talking about? Like, that don't make no sense. You worried about what the trolls gonna say. Trolls. That's what we doing now? That's what's stopping your bag now? Trolls. That's hilarious. I'm gonna need you to do better. That's crazy. Fucking trolls. You got trolls stopping you from doing what you're doing. That's crazy. I know you're doing it, because I did it. I did the same thing. I was like, oh man, what they gonna say? What they gonna say about my face? What they gonna say about my hair? What they gonna say about this? What they gonna say about that? First of all, I'm actually not an ugly guy. I'm not the most attractive person in the world, but I'm not ugly. So why would and ugly people be popping? Like, why would I be mad? Ugly people be straight popping. Like, like, what exactly am I confused about? Like, what exactly am I concerned about? Because being concerned about what people are gonna say is crazy. That's how you crash out. When you start giving a damn about what people are going to say. Yeah, you start crashing out. Because you give a damn. Because you always think about it. Every time somebody crash out, they be like, they got me fucked up. So you're literally saying you have a point to prove. By definition. Like, that's what that statement means. I mean, you standing on business. Whose business? Yours? Exactly. So you saying you have to prove your, like, exactly. So and there's nothing wrong with that, because I feel like there are times where you gotta let a motherfucker know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. But to always be in a consistent state of trying to prove yourself, bro, that's dead. That sounds exhausting to me. That shit sounds exhausting. And I know some people that's not that much older or not that much younger than me. They got gray hairs. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm straight. So, you know, I ain't got no grays. It looked like it, though. You know what? That's actually why my hair did what it did when it started breaking off and stuff, because I tried to dye, in high school, I tried to dye my hair half white, and I wanted the other half black. But it didn't necessarily work out like that, so. And then when you dye your hair blonde, to dye your hair blonde is really not putting color in. You're taking the color out. You're actually stripping the color out of your hair. So, you know what I'm saying? You actually got to go through a couple of bleaches and shit like that when you do that. Which is why it's bad for your hair. Because you literally, like, pulling shit out of your hair. You know what I'm saying? To turn it that color. So, yeah, so that's bad. So, don't do that, kids. As a matter of fact, please don't be on her if you're a kid. You please don't be on her. We're not doing that. We're not fucking doing that. But I do speak in the context of being aware of what motherfuckers on the internet might hear what I say. I do think about that consciously because I remember when I was a kid and I was a teenager and I was on fucking social media and shit like that. And because I know how to work social media, I know I can kind of know I know how to make myself pop when I get those moments of confidence. Like, it's really not hard to do. It's actually, especially with the time that I be having on my hands, it's really not hard to do. But it be that confidence. It's the overthinking, because I be overthinking. Yeah, I be overthinking shit. And then anxiety and all that other dumbass shit. And it's really, all that shit is a fucking waste of time. So, yeah. But anywho. Alright, I think that's pretty much it. I ain't gonna drag it out. My whole point was just have confidence in yourself, because honestly, that's really all you need in life, bro. That's all you fucking need. And then honestly, if you confident, you willing to fuck up. And if you willing to fuck up, you willing to get to being right faster. Because that's the only way to actually be right. You have to fuck up a bunch of times. You know what I'm saying? Nobody just comes out the gate right like that. And even if they do, they probably just haven't lived long enough to like really fuck up, but it's coming. You know, well, because that's just life. Life is gonna do some shit to you whether you want it to or not. You could have the best life ever. You could start off having the best life ever, and then like one of your closest friends, like, you know what I'm saying, pass away, heaven forbid, or some shit like that. Because that's life. It's like nobody planned for that. You know what I'm saying? You didn't mean for that to happen. You know what I'm saying? Some shit just be going on. Like, your grandparents might pass away or something like that. You know, anything could happen. Like, and stuff like that happens to people every day. That's why I don't really like when people of like certain privileges kind of speak on certain shit, because they be coming across disingenuous. Not that you can't speak on shit. It's just, don't come across disingenuous like when you speak on certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Take into consideration who you talking about, and that's why I try to do that all the time. Yeah, I try to do that all the time. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be considerate of what the fuck people be going through. You know what I'm saying? On all sides. Anyway. Yeah, you just gotta be cautious. You know what I'm saying? But the best thing to do is to have confidence in yourself. And understand the difference between confidence and arrogance. You know what I'm saying? You only confidence because you know what's up already, not because you think you know what's up. It's a big difference. That's what arrogance is. Arrogance is when you think you know. So you just go in there and be like, man, I know I'm gonna make a hit, and it's like, that's not confidence. Confidence is, we done been here before. We done did this before. It's nothing. Like, I already know the formula. I know the moves. I done did this too many times. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Like, that's how I feel when I perform. Like, when I perform, it took a minute to get to that, though. But now, like, when I perform, it just be like, come on now. Move. Give me this fucking microphone, man. My stage, nigga. So, but like I said, it took a minute to get there. You know what I'm saying? And I had to really understand, you know, who I was as an artist, and what that meant. You know what I'm saying? Not being scared of fucking up and being seen, because I got some videos, boy, where, I don't know, to me the performances were very bad to me. But I had to sit there and watch them. I had to keep looking at them and keep looking at them and keep looking at them and keep looking at them. And it was just like, yeah, we're not doing that no more. So now, I'm pretty similar to when I was dancing too. Yeah, because I used to be a dancer. Yeah, so so that's that. Yeah, I ain't gonna keep you out too long. I just wanted to get that out. Something told me to say that. So, and all of these videos, 9 times out of 10, that's usually what happens when I be making these videos. Some just tell me I need to like say this, and because I'm getting more confident in just like making the videos and just putting the information out there and stuff like that. I think that's why now what I be saying and the videos themselves be a little bit more cohesive and kind of have a point, even though I contradict myself a lot when I speak as if I'm not making a point. So, but that's that insecurity shit I be telling y'all about. You know what I'm saying? It's a real thing. I just don't give a fuck no more. So, troll away. If you dare. Cause I be on their ass. I ain't gonna lie. I be on it. Motherfuckers be trolling. Especially now, cause I don't get like a whole lot of comments and shit. Where I be on people's ass. But then I like responding to people that are like being genuine too. Sometimes people just be being funny. It's like, just don't come on here being like a straight up like I just probably 9 times out of 10 I probably won't even respond. Like if I don't think you know what I'm saying, just joking. If you saying like some just downright evil shit, we not doing that. Yeah, we not finna sit here and just be blatantly ignorant. We not doing that. But other than that, we chilling. And I see y'all on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Peace.